It's time for another chapter in the ever-extending volume of my collected works entitled I Told You So, and I've been telling you so for a very long time. Britain is at a dangerous junction in its history. Not since the Second World War has the nation faced such a difficult and treacherous problem, and never has its solving been more important to our continued survival as a civilised nation. These are not just words I'm speaking. These are not just empty words I'm speaking to you. These are meaningful and important words. These are meaningful and important times we're living through, and now is no time to be neutral, no time to be non-committal, because that is how we got here. 3 years ago, protests outside a school in Batley over the showing of a cartoon of the Islamic Prophet Mohammed to children led to a teacher going into hiding. The teacher has a family. They are also in hiding, and they remain in hiding in fear for their lives. They are still afraid to be seen in public for fear of what might happen. No politician has campaigned on behalf of the teacher. No union has protected the teacher. And yet the will of the mob remains the fundamental reason the teacher must remain unnamed and unaccounted for. And let us not forget who the mob is in this instance: extremist Muslims interfering in the schooling of our children. Today, a report inspired by this dreadful situation was published by Dame Sara Khan, the Prime Minister's independent advisor on social cohesion. It found that 3/4 of people are self-censoring because they fear a new form of harassment that is corroding the social fabric of our nation, and it is threatening our democratic freedoms. This country has been a beacon of free speech and freedom of thought for centuries, but no more. Dame Khan's report says there is a shockingly widespread nature of threats and intimidation, which is poisoning the lifeblood of institutions and creating a pervasively censorious culture antithetical to our democratic way of life. In other words, we're being shut down by the wokists, by the Islamists and by the mob in all sorts of forms. Aggressive harassment of public figures, both online and in our streets, is now considered the norm. Just the Royal think nothing of going after MPs at their homes. Pro-Palestine protesters are happy to intimidate politicians and members of the public wherever they see fit. Jewish people are already being targeted in all sorts of ways. And even the British Museum was forced to close over the weekend thanks to the combined efforts of dangerous left-wing anarchists and ideologues. Dame Khan is calling for a cessation to it now. She wants buffer zones around schools to stop mobs from intimidating teachers and children. The teacher's life was ruined, but no crime was committed by the mob who ruined it. She says this must change, and she's right. This mad cancel culture must be stopped before it does any more damage. People must be allowed to speak their minds and explore ideas. Silence is never right, and never should it be. Of course, there can and must be consequences for dangerous and irresponsible ideas being promulgated for reasons of intimidation and hatred. Here at the Independent Republic, we don't shirk from that. Speak your mind, make your argument, do so with clarity, with responsibility, and above all, with intelligence, because this country deserves a whole lot better than mob rule.